Hi, my name's Pat McCluskey, and I'm doing component 3 of the class Reading for Success in All Classrooms. It was a terrific class, and although I'm a high school math teacher, really realized that reading can be incorporated into the math classroom, and it's not just all about crunching numbers. So it was a terrific class. I want to talk about 4 things that I learned from this class that I've started to implement in my classroom. The first and probably most influential technique that I've taken from this class, and it's been a real game changer in my teaching, are the reading zones technique. And I've kind of taken the reading zones idea and turned it into math zones. Um, this technique you do an assessment of each concept with the students and gather what each student knows. I teach a low-level algebra class where the abilities in the classroom are very diverse and wide, from high ranging to very low ranging. So it's hard to teach them all at the same pace because they all go at different paces. So the math zones has really given me an opportunity to differentiate in the classroom. I have 3 different color-coded folders. The green folder means that the student is still growing in the concept that we're doing. And in that folder has problems that develop the basic skills of the concept. The yellow folder means that there's a ray of sunshine and in the student, and they're pretty much at where they should be with the concept. They continue on doing the skills that we're going over. And then the red folder talks, the student is on fire. They've mastered the concept, they already know it. And this folder has problems that really are challenging, furthers their knowledge on top of where we're at. And it's been such a bonus having this technique in the class. It gives me time to wander while they're doing their work, and it really gives me instant feedback where the kids are at. Secondly, Chapman and King talk about zooming in on information. And I've really used this. We have gone to all iPads in my school. So the textbooks are no longer, but there's an e-textbook on the iPad. And so we're teaching through the iPad. The nice thing about this is one of our math goals as a math department was to teach kids how to utilize a textbook as a resource. So many times we have these textbooks and we don't even use them because the teachers are using worksheets and guided notes. This has been great because what I've been doing in my classroom is we get the textbook out and there's devices on the iPad where you can highlight and bookmark different vocabulary, concepts, and I've had that color coded as well. Um, but it's easy to then open up on the iPad and go back, and we've just used it as a resource and studying technique to go over important concepts with whatever lesson we're doing, as well as we also highlight important examples, math examples, where they can relate back to and further their knowledge of the concept. Thirdly, I thought it was really good to go over what type of curriculum and how your school goes about um, their philosophy. And my school has gone to data-driven classrooms, where you're getting data and you're looking at the data and then seeing how best to teach the kids. And we've gone to a thing called standards-based grading, where we have a learning target for each standard. We quiz and test it at the end of the concept, and we give instant feedback of how they're doing. And we also give retests. And there's been pros and cons, and it was just nice to reflect on those pros and cons. One of the things that I have to remember is, we're still teaching young men and women, and not all about the data, but it's also about getting to know them socially and emotionally, and that connection with the student can't be measured sometimes with numbers and data. So I never want to forget that, although I teach math, I teach children too, and getting them along in life mentally and knowing that they have the support and respect of their teacher. Lastly, it was also great for me to go over the multiple intelligences. My strongest intelligence, I learn best logically and mathematically. Obviously, I'm a math teacher, so I gravitated towards that, my learning intelligence, where I think most people do. I'm a problem solver. I like to do things one step at a time. Um, but this made me realize that not all students learn just like how I do. My weakest intelligence is visual and spatial. I've never been big on expressing myself with art and pictures, and I got to remember that some students learn the best through that. So I need to incorporate um, projects and daily or weekly assignments that also give those types of learners the best chance to succeed. Um, Lastly, I just want to say that this class, going into it, I thought, oh, how's reading going to go into the math classroom? And I've learned so much from this class, and really took a lot away from it, and just it's been really changing the way I teach and how my classroom is run. Thank you.